Welcome to another episode of the It Dry podcast. My name is Carlos Solano. I go by C Solano. I'm an artist down here in South Florida, doing my thing, finding my ways, and this episode might be a little spooky. You know, the fall is upon us, and it's Halloween season, and it's a great season for artists like myself to jump into different little opportunities and little projects. And this time around, I was blessed with the opportunity to create a mural live in front of a Halloween party down at City Place Doral. And shout out to Thunderous Genius once again for putting me on with this project. And yeah, yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Went down to City Place Doral, painted a mural, a Halloween themed mural. They had a Halloween party going on in I guess the center of the plaza. Yo, let me tell you, these people do a really nice job on their events. They have a nice little kind of like open space with a fountain and like a lot of room for the kids to run, and they got a stage and a DJ and just kind of like a nice setup, very well organized, super nice people, and it was super dope, and it was nothing but a pleasure to work with them once again. And yeah, so I went down there, and I was presented this project earlier this week. My homie Serge hit me up and said, this is what's available, and yeah, man, I put the pen to the paper and started sketching out some ideas, and I came up with this concept of a jack o' lantern, and the story of a jack o' lantern and his lantern. And so yeah, so the concept is pretty much a jack o' lantern, very stylized but yet still kind of traditional looking, and he's holding a lantern to get through the dark. And inside of the lantern, he has like a captured soul as a light source. So there's a little soul screaming inside of the lantern, and the lantern is lighting the way for the jack o' lantern. And yeah, it's a dope little concept that I just kind of cooked up, you know, and I went with it. And I was happy. I'm happy to announce that I was able to get it done and look damn near close to the final concept that I had on paper, and it was really dope. Um, it took about 90 minutes to finish. Uh, yeah, it was what can I say? Today was cool. Today was cool. Yeah, I guess I'll just speak about the day in general. So today, we getting ready for the canvas. I mean the mural, and today was nice. I was able to take my wife and my daughter with me to a live painting. I would say this is probably the first large scale live painting, and it was dope. It was super dope to see my daughter kind of like experience me doing my thing, and also my wife being there to support and experience me doing my thing. I feel like a different person when I'm creating artwork, whether it's at home or somewhere else or live or whatever. I feel different. I feel like I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I don't know, like a free, like I'm free. It's the best thing. I'm free. I'm myself. I don't care about judgment. I don't give a damn about anything. I just want to do my thing. I'm vulnerable. I'm showing you what I love to do, and whether you love it or hate it, it doesn't matter because I feel great. It's like, I guess, the unraveling of wings, or the skies opening up, and my vibe is different. I smile more, I interact more. I had a great time with the audience. I had a great time just being there. And it's not even about being the center of attention. It's just about sharing my talents and seeing people genuinely excited about what I'm doing. And little do they know that I'm like 3 times as 10 times as excited to be doing it for them. So so yeah, man. And yo, shout out first of all in terms of like the audience. Shout out to the audience at City Place, man. These people ride or die with you, which is very rare. Man, these people literally sat there for 90 minutes, see me do my thing, beginning to end. Mind you, behind them is a bunch of other shit going on, costume parties and people in costumes and tricks and smoke and this and that, and a DJ and a radio station or whatever. But they're there. They're there giving me their full attention. And the kids are there and they're excited and they're asking me questions. And this is my second event at that venue at City Place, and it's been the same way both times. So it's definitely an appreciation of art that they have. And as an artist, man, that's everything. We get paid to do these projects, but at the end of the day, I won't even remember what I spend the money on. But I will remember those people giving me all of their full attention and giving me their time and appreciating what it is that I'm doing for them. And yeah, it was super nice, man. It's a super family friendly event and location, and I was blessed to be able to do this for everyone, keeping it in theme and keeping it fun and just super fun and just chill. And one of the coolest things that happened, and I guess I'll use the little audience chant into like this little story. Once I'm done, I usually just kind of like wave at the audience and put my hands together and I say thank you and all that stuff. And dude, the people, they're so appreciative and it's super super cool. So as soon as I let them know, hey, I'm done. Thank you for your time. Any other artist would think that these people just get up and leave. No, man, I'm here taking pictures with families and kids, and everybody wants to like shake your hand and congratulate you and thank you for your time and thank you for your talents and for sharing, and that's awesome, man. That's really really awesome. That's really great of them. And there's something that happened tonight that left a mark on me, and it's probably the biggest reward of the night besides me doing this in front of my family. A little young girl comes up to me. I want to say maybe she's like 10, 11. She looks me dead in my face and says, I love your artwork. One day I want to be an artist just like you, and I want to do things just like this. I love your artwork. Thank you for doing this. Mind you, this is a kid. This is a kid. She knows what she wants to do at the age of 10, and she's already mindful enough to thank me for the experience she just had. What I said in return was, thank you. And I know that if you continue to love art and practice art, not only will you be an artist, but one day you will be one of the best artists. You'll be way better than I'll ever be. All you got to do is believe in yourself and do it. She gave me a hug. She said thank you, and with a huge smile on her face, she ran off. And those are emotional scars. You know, not all scars got to be bad. Sometimes a scar is something that it's a beautiful reminder. And that little girl's face will forever be burned in my subconscious. That smile, that little quick 30-second interaction between us, that means the world to me as an artist. So it's I'm still kind of stuck about it. I'm sure there's a lot of kids that think that. I'm sure there's a lot of kids that think I suck or people. But this one little girl had the courage to come up to me and drop that on me. It was worth every minute of the struggle. But so yeah, and I guess I'll use this as a segue for my little motivational quote for this episode. And what came to mind after that little interaction with this young girl, it reminded me to say, it reminded me of of this. Someone is always watching. Whether the person likes your work or doesn't like your work, whether they like you or they don't like you, someone is always watching. You may never interact with the person. You may interact with the person on a daily basis, but someone is always watching. So I make it a thing for myself to always come correct, especially when it comes to my artwork. I always have a plan. I always come correct. I always bring my A game. Always come at 100. Always put a positive attitude. And, I leave the negativity at home because I know that I'm being watched. And if I'm bringing my best efforts, things like today could happen where, I'll motivate somebody or inspire somebody, or maybe I'll land a bigger opportunity, or maybe I'll, grow as an individual, as an artist. So, you know, my word of advice and my kind of like, positive word for this episode is yo, just somebody is always watching. So bring your A game. Bring your fucking A game every time. And you'll see growth. You'll see growth. Big or small, but you'll see growth. You'll see forward movement and positive movement. So yeah. All right, that got a little bit emotional, but yeah, it was dope. It was a fun event, and they did this really dope thriller dance and costume competition and all that shit, and it was dope. And I got some banging Mexican food when I was done, and yeah, I'm ready for bed, yo. I'm ready for fucking bed. So yeah, this has been another episode of the Let It Dry podcast. My name is Carl Solano. I go by C Solano, and yeah, yo, I'm gonna keep doing my thing, and I'm gonna keep trying to find my ways, and I'll take you guys with me. I wish you blessings and positive energy, and until next time, peace.